my bully likes me? This is awkward. I'm just gonna put my stuff in the dishwasher. Sissy, do you like him? Ew, no, he bullies me in school. So I will never like him. But then why are you blushing every time he's here? What? Brother, do you like her? Of course not. I bully her every day. That sounds like romance in the air. Let's get to my room. The lovebirds need some time alone. Oh, and I got an iPad you can borrow. Okay. Teehee, let's give this to my brother. Then he looks like he's gonna date her. But don't you think that's gonna take a little too far? Of course not. My brother deserves everything what happens to him. Okay, let's just throw the flower. Shh. You're... He's gonna sleep over, okay? But the guest room... Good night, friend. Good night. Yeah, let's go in the guest room. You can't put that flower down. You can sleep in the guest bedroom. Wow, this looks amazing. Don't get too comfortable because you are leaving tomorrow morning. What happens if my brother doesn't want to leave tomorrow morning? You're going to leave one way or the other. Got it. Oh, whatever. Pygmy girl. I swear to fucking God, I'll kick you out of the house. Let me just turn off the lights. Okay, the lights are off. Hello? We know where you live. I'm not at my house. Who is this? This isn't Zach. Of course this isn't Zach. I'm her enemy? Then why are you in her house? Are you stalking her? Ugh, what's that noise? Stop making noise already. I'm trying to sleep and use my phone. And who's this? Hello? Who's this? I swear to God, I'll put this phone in the washing machine. We know where you live. Of course you know where I live now. Ugh. The phone's clean now, I guess. Did you put soap in this?
my conscience and finally being free from these chains of guilt. Also, don't get your hopes up. None of these stories involve murder. Sorry, I didn't kill anyone. Every once in a while growing up, my dad would let us sit in front of the television while we ate dinner. That would be a special treat for my brother and me because mom wasn't home from work yet and she wouldn't let us watch TV during the week. This is when we were really young, by the way. Don't worry. I'm allowed to eat in front of the TV at least 3 days a week. You know,
Oh my
like
god.
a freaking loser. This group of girls came up
I'm
to me and said,
hungry.
"Hey,
Does your
we're
sister have
playing
any good
tag and chasing
food?
the boys.
Yeah, we
You
have
should
like
help
some
us." And I was like,
chips.
well, beat sitting here and getting
Let's
eaten by
go.
ants. So I started running around and chasing the boys with the rest of the kids. It was all normal tag at first, but somehow it started escalating to extreme tag. Extreme as in people started throwing rocks. Being a self-conscious child who had no understanding of personal choices, I was like, oh, well, I guess we're doing this now. So I threw a rock and hit this kid in the back of the head, which, may I add, took some top-notch skill and coordination, considering we were both running and he was a good distance away from me. Not to brag or anything. Ow! I'm telling. Oh. I watched this kid start running off to tell a teacher, and I knew I had to think of something fast. And don't tell me I should have just stood there and faced the consequences of my actions. You know, as a kid, you wouldn't have done that. This only works if we're all honest with ourselves here. The first thing I could think of was to go hide in the bathroom, because everyone knows teachers can't burst into kids using bathroom stalls. That is definitely illegal and weird. I camped out in the girls' bathroom until I heard the recess whistle and went back to class. Obviously, the teacher was told what happened. I couldn't have run away from that, so I still got in trouble. But the guilt trip doesn't end there. The teacher told me I wasn't allowed to go to recess tomorrow, which is reasonable. I can own up to that punishment. But she also said I needed to write a letter to my parents telling them what I did. I don't know what pushed me to do this because I always did what grown-ups said, but something in my head told me, you're not writing that letter. And so I didn't. Later that day, the teacher came up to me and asked, did you write the letter? Yes. Please don't ask to see it. Please don't ask to see it. Good. And so my parents never found out until right now in this video. Please don't grab me, Mom and Dad. I don't know the statute of limitations on throwing rocks at little boys, but it's been 8 years. I think I'm safe. I'm not really guilty about this next story, but it's resonated within me for a very long time, so I'm gonna add it to this video. One late night, I was on the couch playing my Game Boy, and it was very much past my bedtime. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I was probably pushing it with wanting to stay up a bit longer, and my mom was in my room telling me I needed to go to bed. It got to the point where she pulled out, I'm gonna count to 3, and you better have the living room cleaned up and be in bed. Equally started getting my crap together. The thing was, the ottoman was pushed out, and normally it's supposed to be against the couch, so I had to push it back. But being a scrawny 5-year-old the size of a poodle meant it was probably equivalent to trying to push a semi-truck. I kept pushing and pushing with all my
The
strength
next
as I heard
morning,
my
it
mom
was
in
the
the background going,
weekend.
1, 2. Eventually, I just crumbled to the ground in defeat and started crying, and my mom found me on the floor curled up next to the ottoman. I felt guilty I couldn't move the ottoman. But hey, you don't need to feel bad for me. Look at me now. Yeah, it's pretty inspiring. So yeah, those are
Wait
the types
for
of things
part
my brain flashes back to
6.
when I